My name is Army Sergeant First Class Shaun Tichenor. I was injured in Afghanistan by an IED. This resulted in the loss of my right leg. This is my wife, Allison.
Shaun and I got married in 2019, and together we have 5 children, ranging from 26 down to 17.
You want to tell a story?
No, you tell the story.
So I was on called it a Purple Heart cruise. This is an organization that took about 15 of us Purple Heart recipients on a cruise. Long story short, she was on a boat with a friend. The friend jumped out at me, introduced himself, and then introduced me to her and walked away. It's kind of a dry conversation because I thought she was married to that dude who just reached out and introduced me. I like to dance, well, I used to, and I was out in the dance floor break dancing. And at the same time, she's talking to her friends, and I guess the friend's like, "What do you think?" It's kind of heavy, didn't talk much, And then he pointed at me out on the dance floor, cutting some rug, and she's like, "I'll be right back." She came out and danced with me, and that's all she wrote.
And then a couple days later on the boat, I ended up with strep throat. And so he took me to the doctor on the boat. He got my medicine. He took care of me. That was the turning point for me where I kind of thought, okay, well, maybe this could be a little something, It's
a family legacy, the military. So I knew I was going to join the Army when I was probably 5 years old. I joined my junior year and then left for base training 2 weeks after I graduated high school. I like the camaraderie. You meet your best friends in the military. The people I still talk to are the people I met or served with in the Army. We were just doing an overwatch on a route of suspected IED making materials on this road. So we were just set up and watched this road all night. Nothing happened, and we were walking back. I was in the very front, and I led the whole squad back to the outpost. Skirting a village, using the village as cover, we got to the edge of the village, and I sent my machine gunner up to the corner to pull security so we could come around and not get surprised by anything. Still following the standard operating procedure, I was stepping in their footprints, and I stepped on a pressure plate IED. So to put that in context, my two guys stepped on the IED before I did. Luckily, our other standard operating procedure is we stay a certain distance apart. So I was the only one that got hurt, which was great. They called in a medevac, and that's when I started my tour of hospitals. The date this happened was April 23rd. By July, I decided to do an elective amputation. That was my goal from the day I got injured, is I want to stay in, I want to continue serving. I busted my butt in physical therapy. So I was doing road marches, I was passing the PT test. I ended up with 15 or 16 letters of recommendation, anywhere from a sergeant major to a 2-star general. So I went to that formal medical evaluation board. It's like 3 or 4 people, all colonels or doctors. Gave them all my letters of recommendation, all my evidence. They deliberated for 45 minutes, and they found me fit for duty. The home we live in now wasn't an impulse thing, it was an availability thing, because we needed to move to Louisiana quick because their parents were in bad health. And there wasn't much available. This is 2022. There wasn't anything available, so we just took what we could get. I hop into the shower literally every day. I've injured myself a couple times where I couldn't wear my prosthetics, so I'd have to use my wheelchair. It just doesn't work. All the entrances have ledges, and really saw that this house is not gonna cut it if this ever happens again. It was rough. I would really look forward to the shower. It looks amazing, and just
Easy.
So yeah, takes away the danger. How wide open everything is, the sidewalk that goes all the way around the house.
Living in Louisiana, the generator is a huge advantage because honestly, if he was in a wheelchair, I'm not sure how that would work because I don't know how to hook up a generator and do any of those things. So that's wonderful.
If I'm in a wheelchair at my house now, I'm confined to the living room. This house, I still can go wherever I want.
Right, you'd be able to cook. You'd be able to do things that you wouldn't be able to do now.
Yeah, because I am the cook of the house. I cook dinners.
Yes, he is. A good cook, by the way.
Homes for Our Troops is a way to make life a little bit easier. With everything this house has, and Homes for Our Troops takes away that worry, takes away that stress. I want to start a little makeshift farm. So yeah, ducks, because duck eggs are awesome. Grow some fruits and vegetables, and I want to get to where I'm less reliant on grocery stores.
The Homes for Our Troops process is a very humbling process because the generosity of the supporters is almost overwhelming if you think about it, because the impact is not just a monetary donation for us, it's a life-changing thing. So yeah, thank you doesn't quite cut it.
I know one thing is we're going to do whatever we can to
Give back.
Paying it forward, do whatever we can to help other injured soldiers get the same opportunity.